Morning, everyone. It's 7:06. I've already retrieved my bear can. I made breakfast. Still eating. I got a really good combination of mashed potatoes, Parmesan cheese, and chicken. It just sounded good, and I didn't feel like oatmeal. So, that's what I'm eating. Everything inside the tent is all packed up. I just have to pull the tent down and pack up my breakfast stuff, and then I'm ready to hit the trail. So I figure I'll probably be on trail in the next 30 minutes. Got a big climb today. Foot's hurting, but I just took my ibuprofen, took 3 ibuprofen, so hopefully while I'm finishing my breakfast, that will take effect and the pain will be gone. I had to hike back down to the river to get more water. I drank a lot of water last night. Oh my God. It was so hot. And I just chugged and chugged and chugged. So this morning I got up and I'm like, oh, there's no water until I get to the campsite tonight. So I need to pack some. Like there's nothing on the way. The one spring, seasonal spring that is listed, all recent comments say that it is dry. So got to pack the water up with me today. All right, guys, got to go. Had a couple visitors for breakfast this morning and didn't even realize it. Let's see if they're still there. Da, 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 da. Oh, I see one. There they are. Good morning. First view of the morning. Another talus section. Then it winds around and heads back up. Whew. All right, so I have 3 campsites lined up for today. So one is 3 miles from where I am currently. The other one is 6 miles from where I am. That is up on the summit at a pond. And the other one is down, completely down the other side, and that is 11 miles from where I am, like 11.4 from where I am right now. So far the climb has not been bad compared to what it could be. So I'm grateful for that. The ankle's doing pretty good so far. I am feeling it, but it's not screaming at me. So the only thing I'm struggling with right now is the heat. There's no water until I get up top to that pond. So I've got at least 6 more miles before I can get more water. I still have about a liter, like 1.75 liters, I would guess, between the 2 bottles. That's what I have left. So if that gets me up the next 6 miles to the pond, then I can fill up there and decide. I would love to make it down the other side, but that's a long haul, and I don't know what the terrain is, and that's still 11 miles, and I've gone 2 miles so far. So that's unlikely. It would be ideal, like that would really be ideal, because that would set me up well for the climb tomorrow, right out of the gate. But I don't think that one's possible. I think there's a good chance I could make it to the pond today, which is 6 more miles. If the terrain continues the way it is, and if we continue to get some partial shade just to break up the heat so we can sit and cool down a little bit. Ooh. Wow, it is hot, hot, hot. Like the last 3 days have just been smoking hot. So I was checking on far out. So Snoqualmie is 32.6 miles from where I am currently sitting. And tomorrow will be the last big climb. So either tomorrow or the next day, depending where I end up today. The rest of it is pretty much ridge running, which would be awesome. And then down the other side to Snoqualmie. So yeah, it's looking good. I'm feeling very happy. So best case scenario, I would have made it there in 7 days. Worst case scenario, 14. But it looks like I'm going to be there in about 8 to 10 days. So I'm happy with that. Wow, we are getting some views today. So if you look straight across in the middle of your screen, you can see the trail heading back up. Whew. About 2 more miles to go to get to camp. For the last hour, I've been out on an exposed ridge. And the sun is beating down on me. Man, I am hot. So our path goes this way. Whew. All right. I got a mile. I'm a mile out from camp, which is a little pond with campsites around it. Just as you start the descent for tomorrow. I'm going to stop there tonight, even though it's early. I'll be there about 3:30. Because tomorrow I've got a 6 mile descent down. And then I got a 7 mile hike up. So what I want to do is camp up top here tonight, head down tomorrow the 6 miles, camp just on the other side of Lima Creek, and then I'm going to be crossing that first thing in the morning. I'm not sure why, but for whatever reason, about an hour ago, my far out decided to erase or remove every single comment on every single site, every waypoint, all the way up the trail or down the trail. So I can see the waypoint and I can see the brief description of it, but I don't get any actual hikers' comments on it. They've all vanished, just completely vanished. I've tried resetting everything a couple of times now and no luck. So I was talking to an older gentleman hiker here. He said he's done the PCT a couple of times and he hikes out here all the time because he lives near Seattle. And he said Lima Creek is, it's called a creek, but it should be called a river. It's very wide and deep and it can be fast flowing. And there's no bridge apparently. The bridge washed out a few years ago. They replaced it, washed out, replaced it, and eventually they're just like, we're done. We're not putting another bridge up. But he says it really should have a bridge. So there's no rock hopping or anything. You have to ford it, and it's not going to be easy or fun. Still on my way to camp, to the pond. I just met a bunch of young hikers. Found some little shade patches. We're all looking for those the last few days. All right, so if you look up ahead on the trail, you can see a little shaded patch. So that's what we're all doing, is we're going from one shaded patch, we just stop and rest. Sometimes we'll take our pack off, we'll load up on the water, and then when we're ready, we hightail it to the next bit of shade. There's not been much of it in the last couple hours up here. Oh my God. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's got to be in the mid 90s or hotter. But I'm getting close to the pond, so hopefully it's good enough I can go for a dip. Hard to believe it can be this hot up here, and there can still be this much snow up on these caps. Okay, so latest equipment failure is my trekking poles. They will not adjust. So it makes having a tent that requires trekking poles challenging. So trying to adjust them today, I ended up with blisters. You see the ones down here, another one up there, another one on my thumb, an exploded one, that was an older one. And then on this hand, got a nice big one right there. I think that's, oh, and another one above it. One on this one too. 1, 2 on this one. 1 on this one. Yeah, so it was a rough day that way. Other than that, like, the day had been going really, really well.